How do Charles and William now navigate this privately? What do you think they'll be getting up to?
Well, they're caught between a rock and a hard place. They need to keep Andrew and Sarah on side because they're worried what they might do, what secrets they might leak, if they might do a sort of Andrew Morton book with someone. But at the same time, they realize that, this is damaging to the whole reputational, to the institution as a whole, and therefore something needs to be done. People feel things need to be done. I mean, I think that he signed off one of those emails, KG, Knight of the Garter. Well, that is an order of chivalry. So this is not a chivalrous person. And what a pompous oath to describe himself KG. So that should go. At the moment, he doesn't walk through the streets in public, but he goes to the lunches. Well, that should be stripped of him. It's easy enough to do. It's easy enough to remove Duke of York, and so Sarah Ferguson wouldn't be Duchess of York. I mean, she's been living off that title, for 30 years, even after she divorced. Marketing products with with Duchess on them. And even describe herself as Royal Highness when she's not allowed to. All the things that people have criticised Meghan Markle for, Fergie's been doing for 30 years.
Wow.
And I think he should no longer be a Councillor of State. I think he's still an honorary Vice Admiral. That should go. I think, some pressure should now be put on him to get him out of Royal Lodge. He's no reason for a non-working royal to be living in Crown Estate property in such extravagance. And I think there needs to be a real investigation into his wealth. Where is he earning his money? And how legitimate is it? I mean, is he selling basically cash for, not cash for honours, but is he basically monetizing his royal status for his own personal gain? So, I mean, I do think there are very strong grounds to look at them very carefully, whether it's a parliamentary inquiry or a legal investigation. Because I think the public really now are getting fed up with all these lies, this reluctance by the royal family to address basically these crooks, and we'll just have to see what happens.
What is a garter? Isn't it like a sort of women's thing?
Well, the Knight of the Garter, I mean, I think it's restricted to about 20, 30 people. It's always the most distinguished people. Famous scientists and politicians. It's a great honor. And the ridiculous thing is the royal family give it to themselves the whole time. When you see these royals who've never done a day in active service with rows and rows and never even been in the armed services, rows and rows of medals, it becomes Rotarian, and I think William will address all that. He will see this just doesn't work in a modern democracy and will move to a more European style, I think, monarchy, very much focused on the direct line of succession, which we've got, and all these peripheral figures will just not be there. I mean, I suspect Princess Anne and Prince Edward will be doing their good works, but in a very low-key way. We will not see lots of them on the balcony at Buckingham Palace. We will not see, we may see some of them at Remembrance Sunday, but maybe not. I just think there needs to be a cutting back, that people are tired of these hangers-on.
Yeah. The Knight of the Garter, I've got it written here, comes from a legend involving King Edward III and the Countess of Salisbury at a court ball in 1349 when the Countess's garter dropped. So that is like a thing they have around their leg, or what is that?
Yes, around your leg, yes.
Yeah. What's it for? Why is it around their
leg?
Well,
I'm not sure. There was a garter on your wedding night, wasn't there?
So when the Countess's garter dropped, the king picked it up, put it on his own leg, sounds like Prince Andrew's thing we do, and declared, Honi soit qui mal y pense, shame on him who thinks evil of it, which became the order's motto and the garter the symbol of this new chivalric order. Well, there you go.
So you can see he does not really appropriate. I mean, it's ridiculous he was given this. I mean, we've known for a long time he's a bad one. Yeah. And there have been lots and lots of stories about him, Air Miles Andy and things, going way back. So, it's ridiculous that he got it in the first place.
Yeah, yeah. I bet he has sort of a sly wink about it as well, because it's the kind of thing he'd do with the garter, isn't it? And be like, haha, put it on my leg or something.
Well, it gives him status. I mean, he loves dressing up in it. He loves going to the lunches. He feels he's moving with the rich and powerful. And I think this is why the fight to get him out of Royal Lodge will be so difficult, because his whole identity is based around his royal status. And he's not going to give that up easily.
You mentioned the stripping back of this huge, ridiculous royal family we have. Beatrice and Eugenie, they've been in the news a bit about this as well. I mean, what is their position in all this? What are people saying about them?
Well, some people feel sorry for them, say that, you shouldn't tar the daughters with the same brush. But I'm afraid, my research shows that, they have also been involved in using contacts built up through their royal status to make money for themselves. I mean, Beatrice was out promoting a Saudi bank the other day. Yeah. They were taken on a lot of these trade trips by Andrew, paid for by the taxpayer. We had to pay additional costs of their security, etc. All so they could build useful contacts, which they're now exploiting in their own business careers. And there are plenty of stories I have in Entitled of Andrew pushing them forward either as working royals or to try and get business for the companies they worked for.
Can I ask you a favor? Please subscribe. 90% of you are not subscribed, so if you sub, it will help the channel and I'll keep making these clips.